A big hello. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. This is a super cool collective reading. It's meant for really sharp people, okay? And people who are going to go really high in the ascension journey. It's a timeless reading, so I'm sure the number of people who will resonate with this reading will increase with time, okay? Now, ascension journey is all about three things. Three things, okay? Number one is your mind. Number two is your willpower. And number three is the shadow. Now, this is a combination. These three things, okay? And in everybody's life, the eighth house has an importance. And the eighth house is the house of death and life, which means death and rebirth, okay? It's not just about physical death, it's about recreation, rebirth of your identity, okay? Death of the old version of yourself and birth of the new version of yourself. And this is something that you have to keep doing in the ascension journey till you go through the process of ego death, okay? Now, I'm also going to talk about actually the important thing which connects all these three things is the dream world, okay? Now, dream world for all of you people who resonate with this is very important place because it's playing a big role in taking you from one dimension to another. It's like a portal, okay? It's a gateway, it's a portal. And people who are working on themselves, you guys have to go through transitions. Every now and then you're going through transitions. And the dream world or the dreams, the nightmares, the dreams are playing a very important role. They're acting like the bridge. So they can take you down and they can take you up, depending on how you react to the dreams. What is your response to the dreams? What do you understand by them? And how do you conduct yourself after you've seen a certain type of dream? And you have to be smart as well. Like if a dream doesn't serve you, you forget about it. But if a dream does serve you, then you take it like a booster, like a power booster. Okay. Now Rahu creates Maya. Rahu. Okay. Maya is the illusion. Now for some people, because we need to work with the nightmare, I don't have the issues. Nobody has the issue, in fact, with a happy dream. If you get a happy dream, you'll obviously throughout the day or maybe later on it will help you. Now some dreams are neither happy neither sad, and those are the best kind of dreams. And if you see the master in the dreams, then definitely there's an intervention that has taken place, and the master will give you something. You'll have some experience which you cannot understand in the same day. As soon as you wake up, you'll not understand it, okay? And I wanted to add that dreams that appear, that you see just before you wake up. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a morning person or you wake up a little late in the day, or you're doing night shifts, so you're sleeping throughout the night, waking up throughout the night and sleeping in the daytime. It doesn't matter. Whenever you wake up, right before that, whichever dream you get, those are the dreams that usually act as the ones who can take you from one dimension to another and act like portals. So when people start reaching the higher vibration, what's happening with them is that Rahu, the shadow, is trying to create a nightmare to trigger your survival brain, okay? And it's a test to see if you're going to flinch or not, if you're going to get scared or not, if you're going to react or not. And usually those dreams are quite annoying. They show you the worst. You hear that sound? The ambulance just passed by. That's also a sign, symbolism, I would say. So they're trying to scare you, they're trying to make you feel worried, yeah, they're trying to take you to a lower dimension, they're trying to test you, okay? It's a test. I already said it. Now the old reality is in the past, okay? But when you're trying to move forward, this past reality, the old identity, tries to manifest in your current physical reality to keep you tethered to the ground or whatever chain you are stuck in, okay? Whatever chain you have, it's not letting you fly, okay? Now, most of the times it's going to happen on the day or during the time when you actually feel something different. You feel uplifted, you feel a change. And I want to add something interesting. I wanted to add something interesting to this, but I actually can't think of it now. So basically, okay, so there's a dog that's trying to communicate with me, and it's a dog that I communicated with when he was lost. So yes, I do help find lost dogs sometimes, only when I get the information. So one of those dogs just wanted to add here because the girl who was looking after him, she had to be taught this. I had to teach her how to connect with him via a portal. So this dog wants to add that he was waiting there. You know, he was constantly going to the opening, or let's say it's like a portal is like a door. He was constantly going there, but she was not able to see him. She was not able to connect with him, and she was getting a bit frustrated, and she was asking me constantly, can you give me more clues, can you give me more clues? And I kept telling her, no, there are no more clues. He is at the same place, he's in the same area. Just keep distributing flyers to as many people as you can, keep talking to more and more people, go to shops, go wherever he is, spread. And I think one of the days she even said that I've done it in this certain place. Now what next? So I said, then increase, your reach. I mean, not reach, increase, spread out even more, because the portal can sometimes shift from one place to another, but it still stays in the same area, okay? So maybe she was not able to create it over there, so then it shifted slightly in the same area but slightly to another safer place, because the animal also has to stay in a place where the angels can feed it. Imagine an animal has gotten lost, and he or she is in a space, and who's gonna feed them, who's gonna take care of them, who's gonna hang out with them? They have friends, okay, who are doing that. One of my baby was gone for 9 days, and I was thinking, has she eaten, has she eaten, has she eaten? When she came back after 9 days, I literally had a vision of her with my great grandmaster. My great grandmaster was bringing her back home, okay? And it's a very emotional experience I had back then, and I've worked with other animals also. But my worry was, is she well fed or not? And I learned from it for others also. When she came back, she was more bulky, and she had become really strong. So when I took her out for a walk after she came back, I was thinking, like, sitting alone, that what are the other dogs gonna do to her? What are the street dogs gonna do to her? Because people would give me information. Like, she was also trying to enter the portal, but she was not able to. So people were telling me, oh, I've seen her there. Oh, I've seen her there. I've seen this dog. I've seen this dog. But every time I would reach to that place, she won't be there. So when she came back, I could see that she was like a goon. Every dog that she came across on the street, like while walking normally, she was tough to the dog, okay? And the dogs were more scared of her. So it felt like that for 9 days, she must have been the one to scare them off, not the other way around. So yeah, I mean, you're protected. The animal is protected. Now, why am I talking about it? Because this dog is sort of communicating to others via this, that these portals are very, very important places, because they are gateways, okay? And they are at a certain frequency. So in order to experience a certain kind of reality, you have to go to that portal, and you have to either enter it or allow the other person to enter through it to you. Okay, so this girl was initially having a lot of problem in raising a frequency or raising a vibration, because this is also like a nightmare. You know, she was going through a nightmare kind of situation where she was not able to connect, meet with her pet, who was literally somewhere there only. And it's like, I would say it's a blessing to connect to a psychic at that point in time. Not everyone gets to connect with a psychic. So I actually see this as an opportunity, or I think it's also it's a doing of the animal also. You know, we think that it's the person who has found the psychic, but no, it's actually the animal who finds the psychic and figures out a way to connect that person with the psychic. Okay, so I gave her all the clues, and the clues were super duper crazy, because I saw the shop from where he went missing. Then I told her, this is the place, this is the number, and somehow I knew that person who was running the store, and I could sense that he has got something to do with the energy. I mean, something happened under his, everybody creates a frequency. So you need to go and keep talking to him. You need to keep facing him instead of fearing that place or that area or whatever the dog felt. He must have triggered something, some response, some opinion he must have given, which could have created a lot of fear in this girl who was looking for him. And I told her to distribute as many flyers as she could and just keep searching. Now, when she found him, she told me, this is on a text message, that she had gone to that place 1,000 times. I mean, lots and lots and lots of times, but she never saw him. But when she found him, those people told her that he was right there. We could see him. And it was one of those people, when I was telling her, keep distributing the flyers, because one of those people who will receive the flyer will be able to would be able to create a bridge. Okay. Now, in this channeling, you are doing everything. Here we have a psychic, here we have another person. I mean, yeah, in this case also, you can take one-on-one help with me, you can work with me, and you can get into therapy with me, so that we can create all of these, whatever I'm talking about. By the end of it, you'll figure it out, you'll resonate with it. We would be able to create these learnings for you, or the techniques for you, which can help you upgrade. Basically, you need an upgrade. Okay, like it's done in an operating system. We are all actually performing under programs and an operating system, so we need to upgrade constantly. So in some cases you have these interesting scenarios, but in some cases you may not. You could be working on yourself. So as I said in the very beginning, there are 3 things that you are doing over here. 3 things that you're working with is your mind, number 1, is your willpower, number 2, and the shadow. And you need to use the shadow. We don't need to run away from the shadow, because see, the shadow is painful. It can be a thought, it can be a situation, it can be an event, it can be a person, it can be anything who's creating this shadow experience. Now, instead of running away from it, or instead of saying, oh, this shadow is going to destroy everything for me, like giving power to the shadow, that is what we don't need to do. But we need to look at why the shadow has been presented to us. And the reason why I can do this one-on-one work with a lot of people is because of my own 8th house. Okay, the planets in the 8th house are very, very, very interesting. The house of life and rebirth. So you can say, for a lot of people, I can be the midwife of change, which means midwife is someone who helps in the birth of a child. These are people who are trained, women who are trained. So here, in some people's cases, I can play that role. And of course, I would like to clarify that all credit goes to my masters, to my 3 wonderful masters, my great grandmaster, my grandmaster, and my master who initiated me. And of course, source. Okay. So without the masters, we are nothing. We are nothing. And we are literally dust in the wind. Okay. It's the master who makes everything happens. Now, 8th house for a lot of people is also the house of miracles. It's also the house of supernatural. And after we pass through the valley of shadow, which is the nightmare in this case, and as I said, you don't need to work with happy dreams, because, I mean, you can work with happy dreams also, but most people, there's no need. People would feel like, I'm happy. I mean, once you start working on neutralization, then maybe yes, you can work on happy dreams. But it's much easier to learn through the nightmares or the low frequency, because it helps us train our minds much better. Okay, because nobody wants to work with the nightmare, nobody wants to look at the shadow, everybody's just running away from it. So you are going through a transition, you are going through a transition in your life, is what I can pick from your energy, the one that I'm reading for. And whosoever I'm reading for, you are representing a collective. Okay, so you are, of course, you are going through a transition, and your energy is very strong. Okay, and it is so strong that you are able to, or you're working on activating this life changing or this mind blowing transformation in your life. Okay, so the experience of the nightmare or the whatever the low frequency thing that is bothering you, I mean, for some people it could also be an experience which looks like a nightmare. Like I talked about this situation, when a person lost the pet. So as an animal communicator, I can see their fear, I can see their pain, that they are not able to, some of them are not able to believe. They are not able to believe that they can reunite. They want to. So that's why I was reading this really interesting book. I have it here as well with me. It has this really nice line, or not a line, literally a chapter, which talks about the cure of fear, cure for fear. Okay, so it talks about why you should not have hope, because uh, hope and fear sort of go hand in hand. So fear keeps pace with hope. Okay, and it says, I'll just read it out. It says that hope and fear are the same thing. When you experience fear, you hope that something doesn't happen. In the most primitive and ancient way, it's I hope this tiger won't eat me. So what's a better way of increasing your faith? Okay, you, instead of saying that I, or feeling that you are hoping for something, you say I wonder. So wondering instead of hoping is a much better thing to do. And this also you can pick up from the book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Okay, so this is a mindset shift. And because life is unpredictable, when we hope for things, we think we can control life. We think as long as we really want something badly, it will come true. It's a form of feeling in control. So I can imagine that many people spend their entire lives hoping for one thing after the other. It's a good way to keep yourself busy. But this is all about stoic, okay, stoic stuff. But when you say I wonder, you are opening up something beautiful and energy which is very beautiful. So example also is given here, I hope I get a new job. But instead of that, if you say I wonder what my new job will be, you are ready for what's gonna come in your way. You are open for the unpredictable stuff, and you're looking at life with curiosity. So this is all about channeling the energy of a curious person, curious identity. Okay, so the dream world sometimes can be very intense, and if you can navigate through these shadows or through these nightmares, you can actually become amazing in whatever you do. You can be a great person. I mean, I'm not saying that in a superiority complex way, but it can make you a wonderful person who can help other people. You can be humble about life because you're working through tough things, you're not picking on easy things. Every time you get success, it will remind you that yes, this path was not easy, but I did it. I was able to do it. So there will be a lot of gratitude. And in fact, yes, this is another point, that in order to actually work through all of this, you need, as I just said, curiosity, you need to be in awe and wonder, and you need to have gratitude for whatever is happening. In fact, you will. Gratitude will happen when you surrender. So it's all about surrendering. Curiosity, wonder, letting go, having faith. It's all about surrender to source. So when you let go, You let go of everything. You don't care about the outcome. You're just enjoying it. Even as you look into the eyes of the shadow, the nightmare, you are you're going through a wow experience, because it changes. Usually, once you figure it out, it changes. And feel the feelings, feel the feelings, feel it fully. You don't have to even go into, like, some people ask me, how should I observe? It's just feeling it fully. you know Take a deep breath, feel it while you're watching it. Soak in the pain, because once you fully soak in the pain, you'll see completely different perspective. The story changes. Even if it was in the past, next day or whenever you get clarity, you will get to know that whatever you were looking at, whatever story you were looking at, whatever reality you were looking at, whatever data you had, whatever information you had, will also change. And that's the crazy part. Okay, so if you want to work with me, check out the description box, which has all the information on therapies and reading sessions. You can get my book, In the Name of Love. Again, an interesting book that can help you elevate from wherever you are, and it teaches you about love. If you really want to understand love, figure it out, then go and check this book if you want to figure it out. The link is given in the description box. This is an Amazon link, and this is the latest edited version. So if you go for the paperback copy, I cannot guarantee you might or might not get the latest edited version, but the Kindle copy was edited by me, and that's the latest version. So this is where I will close this session. I will talk more about ascension and how you can navigate through the supernatural world, and actually learn about death and rebirth, and keep shifting from one identity to another. The old version keeps dying and the new one keeps coming, but you do it in a very smooth way, like your transition is smooth. Okay, so yeah, see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.